Good morning, students, class 10 students. So, chapter 2, if I'll talk about chapter 2, then I think most of the questions have been discussed in Zoom class, as well as I have discussed in one day video last week. Last video, we have discussed all these questions. Jitna bhi cover ho sakta tha, I have tried to cover all of them. So yeah, let's start the new chapter, that is acids, bases and salts. This is our new chapter which we are starting today. One thing which I would like to tell you is that, see, in chapter 1 and chapter 2, all nothing was reduced. From chapter 1 and chapter 2, nothing was reduced, so I have taught each and everything. But this time, since the situation is like in the start of the year, I don't know about what will happen when we, like, in the mid of the year. I'm talking from the March session. Okay, so in the start of the year, situations are same as what happened in the last year. I don't know about the mid and the end of the session, but yeah, today, this time, abhi tak to till now the situation is same. So it is a high possibility that again the syllabus will be reduced in the same pattern, right? So these two were the topics that were not in the syllabus last year, 2020 wala. Okay, so I am believing that most probably it will also reduce this time also, if the situation will remain the same. Yeah, if school will reopen and situation will be normal, everything will be fine, no covid and all, then I'll teach you again. Okay, but let's not this time in this video I won't be teaching you these two topics, only these three topics. Okay, so please see, I have cut it with the help of pen, but you guys don't do this, because we never know whether it will be reduced. We are not sure about it, it is not confirmed, it is just an assumption, right? Okay, so let's start the chapter, that is acids, bases and salts. All right, so from the name itself, the name of the chapter, that is acids, bases and salts, we are going to understand the deep knowledge about acids. What are basically acids, what are their reactivity, how they can be tested, what how we can measure the intensity of their acidity or basicity, actual meaning of acidity and basicity, everything we are going to study in this chapter. All right, let's start its introduction. Basically, what are they saying? That acids are identified by their sour taste and bases by soapy touch and bitter taste. Okay, so it is advisable not to taste acids and bases, but yes, they are talking about weak acids and weak bases. Like lemon also have acid, right? And vinegar also have weak acids. So we can taste weak acids, but it is not advisable to taste all the acids and all the bases. But yeah, general term, they are saying, generally they are saying that generally acids are sour in taste and bases are soapy and bitter in taste. Soapy means जैसे सोप होता है थोड़ा सा सॉफ्ट टाइप का, मतलब स्लिपरी टाइप का टच होता है उसमें. एंड सॉल्ट्स आर फॉर्म्ड बाय द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एसिड्स एंड बेसिस, right? So it is written here that all acids and bases are not tasted or touched, as some of them harm the body. So how we are going to test whether a particular liquid is acid or a particular liquid is base, how we are going to judge it? So they are differentiated by indicators. They are differentiated by indicators. Basically, what are indicators? Is a chemical which indicates by the means of sharp change in color the nature of solution and their characteristic chemical reactions. For instance, if I will if I have a liquid, this is a liquid test tube, or you can say a beaker. In that beaker we have a liquid, and we have to say whether it is, we don't know whether it is acid or it is a base. Okay, so how we are going to uh, find whether it is acidic or basic? So I'll put a drop of universal indicator. I'll put a drop of universal indicator. Say it changes the color to pink. Say changes that the color solution changes to color pink. Color किस में convert हो गया? Pink में. From this pink color, with the help of pH strip, pH strip or universal indicator में भी they show the colors, they give the colors. Here यहाँ पर है, I'll explain it to you in detail also. So pink color means 3. 3 means it is acidic in nature. I'll explain it to you all this. What is this whole strip? So with the help of this we generally फाइंड आउट कि ये एसिड है तो कितने एक्सटेंट तक एसिड है, बेस है तो कितनी एक्सटेंट तक, ठीक है ना. ब्लू लिटमस रेड हो जाता है, रेड लिटमस ब्लू हो जाता है. सो इन सब चीज़ों की हेल्प से वी कैन फाइंड वेदर इट इज़ एसिडिक और बेसिक. ओके, सो लेवोजियर एंड डेवी ने क्या बोला, दैट ऑल एसिड्स कंपल्सरीली हैव. अच्छा, व्हाट आर द डेफिनेशंस ऑफ एसिड्स एंड बेसिस. सो different साइंटिस्ट came and they suggested their different definitions. In 11th you will understand, you will came to know that there are 3 definitions of acids, all 3 are different, right? But in class 10th, let's not move to 11th topic. So in 10th there is a definition that given by Lavoisier and Davy. It stated that all acids must have H plus ions. All acids must have H plus ions, and all bases all bases should have either metallic oxide, that is O2 negative, or hydroxide, that is OH negative, or ammonia solution. So this is a definition stated by Lavoisier and Davy that acids कौन हुए जिनमें H positive होना ज़रूरी है, bases कौन हुए जिनमें either O2 negative हो और OH negative हो और ammonia solution, right? And water salts, which are formed by the combination of acids and bases, right? So these were the 3 definitions of acid, bases and salts stated by Lavoisier and Davy. Replacing hydrogen ion present in the acid and metallic ion in the NH4, right? Okay. Okay, so what let's study acids in detail and then we will move on to the bases. Okay, acids. What are acids? From Latin word acidus means sour. In fact, sour tastes of the food come from acid they have given some common day-to-day acids, and all taste sour, right? Like acetic acid present in vinegar, citric acid citrus fruits like oranges and lemon, butyric acid rancid butter, hydrochloric acid gastric juice. Yes, a hydrochloric acid it is not a weak acid, it is a strong acid and it is present inside our body. Gastric gas जो हमारे stomach में होता है, right? Formic acid sting of bees and ants. Lactic acid sour milk and curd. Malic acid apples. Oleic acid olive oil. Oxalic acid tomatoes. Oxalic acid अगर like tomatoes में तो आपको वो चीज़ feel नहीं होगी, but oxalic acid ऐसा होता है, in chemistry lab we have oxalic acid. So if you will put it on your skin in the presence of water, you will feel कुछ चुभ रहा है, like किसी ने काट दिया, खुजली टाइप्स का आपको आने लग जाएगा in this oxalic acid. Next, stearic acid fats. Tartaric acid grapes, termine and apples. Uric acid in urine, right? And ये ततैया वगैरह जो भी ants वगैरह काटते हैं, they also releases formic acid, correct? Okay, so acids are defined as compounds which contain one or more hydrogen atoms. When dissolved in water produces hydronium ions, the only positively charged ion. See what happens. In general, we says that acids are those which releases H plus ions. Acids are those which releases H plus ions. We says that HCl gives H positive and Cl negative. We say this, right? But does this HCl produces H plus ion in the absence of water? Will it act as an acid in the absence of water? We will say no. In the absence of water, it do not produces ions. It will not act as an HCl. Like HCl has a property, if I'll take concentrated HCl, then it can burn the skin, it can burn our clothes, it can harm us, right? But if I'll take dry HCl powder, and I'll put it on my palm, शर्त ये है, पॉइंट टू बी नोटेड, दैट देयर शुड बी द एब्सेंस, completely absence of water, not even water vapor. So if there is a absence of water vapor also na, then it will not harm the palm. ठीक है, if we have powdered HCl and if I'll keep it in my palm, it will not harm me, right? But actually water vapor कहीं ना कहीं से HCl को मिल ही जाएगा from surrounding, from the environment. It will take water vapor and will start reacting its property. But in reality if I'll take powdered form of HCl, तो वो अपनी property show नहीं करता है. Then why do we say that H positive ions जो होते हैं, it is responsible for the acidic property? If it is dissociating into H positive and Cl negative, then why it is not dry HCl not showing this property? Because ये HCl में H positive एग्जैक्टली कुछ होता नहीं है. H पॉजिटिव बच्चों की टर्म्स में हम बोलते थे. इन रियलिटी दिस H पॉजिटिव combines with water. Why the screen is blur continuously? I'm trying since 4-5 minutes. Right, so yeah, in the presence of H2O, it will combine, H2O will combine with H positive to form, क्या बनेगा? How many hydrogen? 2 and 1, 3 hydrogen, 1 oxygen and 1 positive charge. So this hydronium ion, this is known as hydronium ion, and this hydronium ion is actually the one which is responsible for the acidic nature, right? This is the one which is responsible for the acidic nature. ठीक है, अब in short we used to say that H positive, but in reality it is hydronium ion. तभी तो H water की presence में ही कोई acid अपनी property दिखाता है, not in the absence of water, right? Because it combines, H positive combines with water to form hydronium ion, and this is responsible for the showing of for the acidic property of a particular acid, right? So you can see that this hydrated ion can now exist independently. Solution hydrogen is common in all acids. Yes, hydrogen ion is common in all the acids. So you can see that when H2SO4 combines with water, it also gives hydronium ion. HNO3 combines, it is also giving hydronium ion. This is acetic acid, CS3COOH. This is acetic acid. I'll write here. Wait, I'm unable to write. Yes, now you can see that this is acetic acid. It is also releasing hydronium ion. It is a weak acid. Acetic acid आपका weak acid होता है, which is present in vinegar, but still weak है चाहे strong है, कोई भी है तो acid ही ना, है ना? So acid है तो ये hydronium ion देगा ही देगा, right? Okay, next what does this say? The hydrated hydrogen ion exists in the solution as acids called hydronium ion. This I have told you how. However, for simplicity we shall use the simplified H plus ion instead of hydronium ion. So ये मैंने आपको बता दिया that in general, to make it a bit easy, we generally say that H plus ion होता है, but in reality it is hydronium ion. The acidic properties of the acids are actually the property of hydronium ion present in it, right? So they are saying that instead of this H3O positive, we should write OH3 positive, because it is H positive responsible na, O positive थोड़ी ना responsible है, it is H positive. That is why they are saying that we should write this, but in general हम लिख देते हैं कुछ भी. Okay, next is classification of acids. How they are classified. So generally acids are classified into two types, depending upon their sources first, and then depending upon their basicity, then yeah, depending upon एक और था, I remember इतना. Okay, yeah, they are generally categorized into two types if it depend upon their source. If I'll classify it on the basis of their source, then they are generally classified into two types, that is organic and inorganic. ऑर्गेनिक बेसिकली जो आपके लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स में से मिलता है, प्लांट्स में से मिलता है, एनिमल्स में से मिलता है. जनरली दे कंटेन कार्बन. ठीक है, आई टोल्ड यू इन द स्टार्ट ऑफ द क्लास दैट दो whichever species, whichever thing which we can burn and it is converting into ashes is made from carbon. जो भी आपका राख में convert हो रहा है, ash में convert हो रहा है, that is made up of carbon, right? Now living organisms are ऑल द लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म, ऐसा कोई लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म नहीं है विच कैन नॉट बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू ऐश. If will burn it and it will not convert into ash. Living organism I'm talking. So all the living organisms contain carbon. So all the organic acids contain carbon in them, whether I'm talking about formic acid, acetic acid, or oxalic acid, right? Let's not discuss about their molecular formula in detail, just learn it, because in organic chemistry, when organic chemistry will come, the end of the chapter book, I'll explain what these are. Okay, we will study them. Generally organic acids are weak acids. Generally organic acids are weak acids, and इनमें आयंस भी होते हैं, इनमें मॉलिक्यूल्स भी होते हैं, और ये कम्प्लीटली डिसोशिएट नहीं होते हैं. ठीक है, ये आयंस में कम्प्लीटली कन्वर्ट नहीं होते हैं. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज इनऑर्गेनिक एसिड्स. इनऑर्गेनिक एसिड्स आर मिनरल एसिड्स विच are obtained from the minerals, right? And they are very, like, they do not contain carbon except carbonic acid. Carbonic acid is an exceptional case, and carbonic acid weak acid में भी आता है. It is again an exceptional case. But apart from this carbonic acid, all the acids are very strong, very strong. If I'll take their in concentrated amount, इतना strong होता है, it can harm. इन्होंने मार्बल को नहीं छोड़ा, you know, in आगरा क्या बोलते हैं उसको, येलो हो रहा है आपका ताजमहल, व्हाट डू वी कॉल दैट, एसिड रेन. यस, सो वो ताजमहल पत्थर को नहीं छोड़ा उन्होंने, सो इंसान की तो बहुत दूर की बात है. सो दे आर वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड्स. अच्छा, हाउ वी टर्म वेदर अ पर्टिकुलर एसिड इज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग और इट इज़ अ वीक? हाउ कैन वी से कि कोई एसिड स्ट्रॉन्ग हुआ या कोई वीक हुआ? सी, दिस इज HCl. ठीक है, it will dissociate into H positive and Cl negative. Again it is blur. This is HCl and it is dissociating into H positive and Cl negative, right? This is CH3COOH and it is also dissociating into, it is dissociating into CH3COO negative and H positive. So both of them are giving H positive. So how can we differentiate that this is a strong acid and this is not a strong acid, this is a weak acid? See, basically hota kya hai, what happens in strong acid, if I'll take, say I have taken a beaker of HCl, ठीक है, so a glass of HCl, right? So that particular glass of HCl might be containing millions or trillions of molecules of this HCl, right? 1 million acid HCl molecule होगा, एक HCl molecule तो होगा नहीं. Same applies for this. If I have taken 1 beaker of acetic acid, it might be containing millions of acetic acid molecule. Now what happens if I have taken 100 HCl molecules, say for instance 100, then all the 100 molecules will dissociate to give 100 H plus ions. 100 ka 100, not even a single molecule will remain undissociated. It will dissociate to give 100 molecule of H plus ion and 100 molecule of Cl negative ion. All the molecule, not even a single. On the contrary, if I have taken 100 molecules of CH3COOH, then I'm not sure whether 90 molecules of H positive are formed or 70 molecules of H positive are formed, or say 95 molecules of, not 95 itna bhi nahi, say 80 molecules of H positive are formed. I am not sure, but it is understood कि 100 का 100 dissociate नहीं होगा. So क्योंकि ये सारे H plus ion में dissociate नहीं होता है, that is why we call it as a weak acid. And if I have taken 1 million HCl, then again I'll get 1 million H positive ion and 1 million Cl negative ion. So not even a single molecule will remain undissociated in case of strong acids. That is why they are termed as strong. क्योंकि एक भी molecule ऐसा नहीं होगा out of millions and trillions, not even a single molecule जो undissociated हो, right? ओके, सो बेसिकली दे आर सेइंग कि वो स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड कोई कब होगा, जब वो आयोनाइज हो जाए कम्प्लीटली, राइट? कम्प्लीटली आयोनाइज मीन्स कम्प्लीटली डिसोशिएट हो जाए टू गिव H पॉजिटिव आयंस, और H पॉजिटिव आयंस फर्दर वाटर के साथ मिलकर हाइड्रोनियम आयन बना दे. Carbonic acid is an exceptional case. It is a mineral acid and it is an exceptional case that it is a weak acid. ठीक है ना, ये पिंक ही टर्न करता है. It is non corrosive and used in soft drinks. ठीक है, कार्बोनिक एसिड बहुत लाइट अमाउंट में, आई थिंक आई वॉश में भी यूज़ होता है। नो, दैट इज़ बोरिक एसिड, सॉरी। बोरिक एसिड भी आपका वीक एसिड होता है, वो अभी मिनरल एसिड और इन सब में नहीं आता है। सो बोरिक एसिड आपका आई वॉश में यूज़ होता है, ठीक है। आई रिमेंबर व्हेन आई वाज इन माय मास्टर्स, एमएससी कर रही थी मैं। सो एकदम से लाइक अब हमारा लैब असिस्टेंट वाज नॉट देयर, ही वाज एब्सेंट वन डे एंड आई वाज डूइंग वन प्रैक्टिकल। सो एक इतना बड़ा, काफ़ी बड़ा एक बॉटल थी, वो काफ़ी हैवी बॉटल थी, लगभग 5 लीटर्स की वो बॉटल होगी, ठीक है। उसको मतलब देखते हुए भी ना, वो पहले पॉलीथिन से कवर्ड थी, देन आई ओपन द पॉलीथिन एंड उसके अंदर बहुत सारे 3-4 उसके कवर्स थे। तो मैंने उसको ऐसे ऐसे निकाला निकाला निकाला, आई वॉज टेकिंग आउट कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड HCl, ठीक है। और हुआ क्या, आई थिंक इट वॉज कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड, आई डोंट रिमेंबर एग्जैक्टली, बहुत साल पहली बात हो गई। सो मी एंड माई टीचर वॉज देयर, लेक्चरर वॉज देयर एंड ही वॉज लाइक, हम दोनों ही मतलब कर रहे थे उस चीज़ को। सो सडनली आई ओपन द कैप ऑफ दैट एसिड, ठीक है। एंड आई स्टिल रिमेंबर, वो कैप ओपन हुआ और मेरी आँख में, मेरी आई में अंदर एकदम से उसका लाइक फ्यूम्स गई, ठीक है। आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि उसका ड्रॉप गया या कुछ मतलब एकदम से छीटा जैसे कहते हैं वो गया, नो, जस्ट फ्यूम्स, उसके अंदर इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग फ्यूम्स था, वो मेरे फ्यूम्स मेरी आँख में गई एंड आई फेल्ट, मेरी आँख में किसी ने लाइक ब्लेड से किसी ने मतलब जैसे ब्लेड स्किन को काटता है ना, आई फेल्ट द सेम एंड आई शाउटेड लाइक लाउडली। देन मैं एकदम से डॉक्टर के यहाँ भी गई, आई वॉश भी हुआ बोरिक एसिड से, बट इट वॉज जस्ट फ्यूम्स। So strong acids are really, students, they are very very strong, very very harmful. Even the fumes, I felt that मुझे मेरी आँख में उसने मेरी, मुझे लग रहा था that I have lost my eye, but touch wood, ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ। All right, fine. Okay, so next, acids, they have given some property. Acids which contain oxygen along with the hydrogen and some other type are called oxy acids, like nitric acid, sulfuric acid. So these contains oxygen. Hydra acids which contain hydrogen and non-metallic element like HCl and HBr. So basically they have explained that these are, जिनमें oxygen हो गया, that are oxy acids, which contain only oxygen metal, do not contain oxygen metal, simple non-metals, are called hydra acids. Now the next classification is depending upon their basicity. So one thing I would like to tell is you is that acids की basicity होती है, bases की acidity होती है, right? What do you mean by basicity? Basicity means the number of ions, H plus ions, or number of H3O positive ions dissociated. Students, I think my phone's battery is very low. I think this topic we should discuss tomorrow, right? So from this topic I'll be teaching you tomorrow, right? This is enough for today. All right, we'll discuss because ये डिटेल वाला टॉपिक है एंड ये इतनी जल्दी ख़त्म भी नहीं होगा. वंस इफ आई स्टार्ट देन आई हैव टू टेक एटलीस्ट 20 to 25 minutes. मैं सोच नहीं रही थी कि मैं इतना पढ़ा दूँगी, बट आई वॉज लाइक कंटिन्यूअली टीचिंग. सो दिस टॉपिक वी विल डिस्कस टुमारो. या, ऑल राइट, बाय बाय.